Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching and listening to Historian Radio, and this is Echoes of the News. And I am Muhammad Hussain Qazi, and these are today's headlines from the past. On this date, the 27th of September, 1825, the Stockton and Darlington Railway, built by George Stephenson, ran its first ever train on the 27-mile track, with passengers for the first time. Truly, it would be a significant date in locomotion history, or locomotive history. Continuing on this date, on the 27th of September 1922, Constantine I, king of the Greeks, abdicated his throne after the defeat of Greece in Turkey. This would not only alter the course of Greek history, but would also alter Greece's foreign policy with the Turks, a foreign policy which still maintains great significance in the global course of events, in the diplomatic sphere, or in the diplomatic sector to this date. Moving forward, on the 27th of September 1960, Bank Underground Station opened its first travelator, or moving pavement, while today the moving pavement or the travelator is an all too common sight on airports and metro stations and underground stations. In its time, or in this time period, the 1960s, this would have been thought to be one of the most genius ideas or the most creative ideas conceived by humankind at the time. Continuing on this date, the 27th of September, in 1979, BBC's Question Time would begin transmission with Robin Day as its host. Robin Day would stay in the chair for nearly 10 years before retiring. BBC's Question Time was one of the most iconic shows that would air on British broadcasting for its time. Now we move on to the next segment of our show, where we recount the historical births and deaths of famous figures from the 19th and 20th centuries and sometimes earlier. Born on this day in 1722 was Samuel Adams, American revolutionary who played a central role in orchestrating the Boston Tea Party, which was one of the most defiant acts conducted by the American revolutionaries in their quest to liberate what is now the United States of America from the British Crown. And unfortunately, on this date, in 1921, Engelbert Humperdinck, German composer of the opera of Hansel and Gretel, would perish on this date, the 27th of September 1921. His death is mourned by all opera fans and opera lovers across the world. Now, needless to say, this is not to be confused with the singer Engelbert Humperdinck, who is most known or regarded in the musical history of the 20th century as the man who sang the song A Man Without Love. That is it for today's headlines. You are watching and listening to Historian Radio, and this is Echoes of the News. I am Muhammad Hussain Qazi, and these were the headlines of today as history first heard them. Good night.